let the games begin. That's right. In this episode of The Real Bromance, Matt versus Andy, bro versus bro, movie games. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Real Bromance Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to the Real Bromance Podcast, episode 7.
Wait, did you say 7?
7.
Like 7?
7.
7.
7.
7.
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
7.
7.
So our friends, viewers out there with
That's right. Friends. Not a movie, but that's okay.
That is pretty impressive. We have 7. We're on our 7th episode. We have 6 episodes in the can.
That's crazy. I mean, 6 episodes. I feel like when we started this, it was
We're
like...
not going to make it past 2.
Yeah, we weren't going to make it past 2. That's what I felt. But, so far it's going strong, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think, it's just so funny because it's like one of those things where it all started with us just chatting movies, and we're like, this is kind of entertaining. I think people would love to hear us BS about this stuff. And, we've got some pretty positive feedback, and I think so far so good. We're going to keep getting better. We're going to keep doing new things, and hopefully, people want to listen to that.
And you know what I'd love to? I want people's feedback. Like, I want to hear what people like, because I mean, we could talk about what we love, right? It could be like a Will Ferrell comedy. Will Ferrell just makes movies for him and his friends to laugh at.
Exactly.
And we could do that too, but I actually want to make stuff that people like want to hear, and I want because people have some interesting ideas.
Sure, yes, they do. You're right. Especially our audience. If they can choose to watch this show or listen to this show, soon to be watched, spoiler alert, then they must have good taste. So they probably have good opinions.
Until we get on screen, then they're
then
they're like, wow, yeah.
First comment, you guys should go back to audio.
You guys have faces for radio.
You guys look really good for an audio podcast. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. But that's when I could just replace you with someone much more attractive, and it'll bring the average attractiveness up. I think I'll be okay with that. So, I think we're doing pretty good tonight, and we're doing a special episode. This is going to be a non-movie centric episode. It's going to be a game night. We have a couple games prepared, and that Matt knows about, even though he's looking at me puzzled, that we're going to do. We're going to be basically quizzing each other on a couple types of things that we have 3 games, basically. One's going to be a guilty pleasures game. This is going to be, because believe it or not, we like good movies, but sometimes we also like the bad ones and some of the embarrassing ones. So we each have a list of our movies that we're going to be going through that we are embarrassed to admit we like, and we have to try to guess each other's movies based on some clues. After that, we'll also do a game called, let's see, what do we actually name it? I'm going to get the actual name. I don't want to lose it here. We named it. Hang on. I can edit this out if I need to, but it adds more to the reel.
This is when you're doing prepared notes, Andy.
This is when I prepared notes. But I wanted to have these things, and here we go. We had, we were going to do, words in my mouth.
I put all that time for that.
That was totally worth the wait, I think. Words in my mouth, as fun as it sounds. It is basically, we are going to share real movie quotes that Matt and I use in our everyday lives that most people don't get or even realize are movie quotes. And as we say them, the other person has to guess which movie it's from. This could be challenging. It could not be. So it'll be interesting. I know I say quite a few obscure movie references every day, and non-movie buffs look at me like I'm crazy. So that'll be fun. And then to wrap it up, we are going to do one of the haters gonna hate. It's 1-star reviews for great movies. We are going to read each other what would be 1-star reviews for movies, and we have to try to guess what movie they are from. So, does that sound good to you?
That sounds great.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is it because you came up with the games, some of them, and you want to just show
some of them? I mean, I thought they were pretty good ideas.
We won't say which ones you came up with, but based on what the audience hates, we'll say it's those ones.
That's fine. I'm used to being hated. It's all right.
I don't know what you're here for. I'm the loved one. I'm lovable, and you're the other guy.
I'm just the other guy.
You're the other guy. Everyone needs another guy, and you're that guy.
Everyone needs their duff.
2 in an episode. Woo, we're on a roll. All right, stay tuned for the first game.
Guilty pleasures.
start off with our first game. This one I actually am kind of interested in because there's so many movies out there that people either love or hate, but then there's some that like people don't want to share or don't admit to like liking, either due to genre, either due to like it's embarrassing to like that movie. But you know, so these are a few of our favorite guilty pleasures that we have to try to guess from one another just by random clues. It could be an actor in the movie, it could be a scene in the movie, it could be a line in the movie, it could be a date, whatever you think is going to work, because we're kind of doing this on the fly a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the fun and the entertaining part of the game.
What's crazy is I feel like in real life, I don't think we've really talked about this. I really don't know what your guilty pleasure movie is. Like when we do guess it and I figure out, I'll be like, oh yeah, of course. But it's not like we've discussed. I never, so this is going to be fun for me. I got to see what bad movies you like.
It's actually funny because you're right. We haven't discussed this yet, but anyone that I work with or people that I see randomly, like there's movies that like I quote like one of these movies all the time and they know it's so it's going to be fun. Like this is my secret that you don't know about me, which is kind of funny. But
so it's funny. Is this going to lead into the movie quotes later? I'll have to get
some of them.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. Mine too. I have a card. So do you want to guess first or give me clues first?
I'll give you clues first, and then we can play off of there. All right. So this is one of my. And once again, some of these movies might be bad. Some people might actually love these movies. To me, I love this movie, and I don't really care because I think it's hilarious. So,
I think it's gave away as a comedy, unless it's not supposed.
It is no, it is a comedy. It's fine. That's fine. That narrows it down for you. But some of the lines from this movie are one of the most famous lines is "You can't sit with us."
Oh, you just gave it away.
Yeah,
that's a guilty pleasure movie. Mean Girls.
I mean, for me, like me, I could see it like.
I feel like that movie is good enough. I don't know.
Some of it can be like, oh, it's a guilty pleasure. But it's like, growing up, when we were growing up, if you said you liked Mean Girls, like, that was when we were like, oh, okay, people would look at you funny. But that's the time we grew up in.
And that's fair. Okay, I just say I didn't think, because I like that movie too. I'll shout a lot. This is not giving away any of my movie quotes. So one movie quote I do say all the time is "Stop trying to make fetch happen."
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. My father, the inventor of the culture turtle.
Oh, he's that.
Yeah. No. So it said, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, then. All right. Now I feel more embarrassed about mine. All right, I'll go with the lesser embarrassed one for now. First clue is science fiction in the future. Think bad movies. This is like one of the notoriously like panned movies.
Science fiction
and I like
future bad movies. All right, give me another one because there's a lot of bad science.
I'll give you an actor, not necessarily the main character, but he's in it, and it makes it more shocking that it's such a bad movie. Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, I know it, and actually, it is bad. It is critically panned, and John Travolta's in the movie too. Yeah, it's Battlefield Earth. Barry Pepper. Yeah,
I liked it. I'll watch. It's one of those movies. If it's on, I will watch it. I understand what people didn't like about it, but I don't know. Ever since the first time I watched it, it's an entertaining movie to me. I don't know. Everyone rips it apart about how, I think a lot of the crap happens. Spoiler alert is so basically the movie itself is about a future an alien race takes over called the Cyclos, I believe the name is, and they come over, and the whole idea is their technology is so advanced they like take out our entire Earth in like 11 minutes or something. It's something ridiculously short amount of time, and it fast forwards probably a few hundred years in the future, where basically all they do is they mine our planet for gold. Our atmosphere is poisonous to them, so they have to wear masks when they come out in our stuff, but they can because of nuclear fallout. I had so it was nuclear fallout when they tried to attack. That is very, very, very deadly to them. So they stay away from those areas. So they send humans in to basically, at their risk, to mine gold for them, and then they send gold back to their home planet. And long story short, the humans eventually learn about our old technology and train themselves in the background when the aliens are looking, and they basically mount a counterattack and blow up the alien world with some good tactics and everything else. But a lot of people say, how can that be? At the top of its game, humanity lost in 11 minutes, and then all of a sudden these guys 100 years later are able to learn something in like 6 months, learn how to fly in simulators that they find and dust off, and they could do it. But I look at it as the aliens were so confident, overconfident, and just couldn't even consider the fact that that's what I think too. When they came to attack, they knew the Earthlings had, defenses and they had to come over. I think at this point they were just so comfortable in their power and everything else that they just couldn't think possibly. They even called them man animals in the movie. Yeah, they weren't man, they're man animals. So I think, it's all corny and crappy, but I think that's what it comes down to, is just the fact that they were able to surprise them. Because it wasn't like they took them head on. They did a surprise attack and they did everything right and it just happened. Anyway, I think that's why it gets a lot of crap.
I think it does, but also, I think some of it is, John Travolta's in it, Forrest Whitaker, Barry Pepper. Barry Pepper plays like a human, but
yep.
Forrest Whitaker and John Travolta play like the aliens, and they're like a mix of, they almost look like Klingons from Star Wars, but they don't have but they have the weird heads. They have almost green eyes.
Yep.
And then when they come there, you wear in their masks, I think they have 4 fingers, but it's very, and they have
really
huge
big hands, prosthetic.
They have really big prosthetic hands and really big prosthetic feet.
Yeah.
And they just look ridiculous. And then when they come out, they're, like you said, they are wearing masks, but they look like swimmers' nose plugs is what they're wearing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
With a couple little fake tubes going to the back of their suits. And I think it was the cheesiness and the campiness of the movie.
Yeah.
And I think but it wasn't supposed to be nappy. It was supposed to be, groundbreaking at the time.
And I tell you, I do believe it was a book first, and I think people liked the book better. But I have to look into it. But the people just panned the movie. It was I think if it's not 0 on Rotten Tomatoes, it's damn close. Yeah. But yeah, that was a
good one. All
okay,
right.
Give me another one. Better not be Mean Girls 2.
No, it's not Mean Girls 2. This one is actually it's a rom-com. So I'm going to give you the genre because it just makes it easier. Hugh Grant's in it. It's
oh man,
it's around Christmas time. You've probably seen the meme a bunch of times, and actually, Rick Grimes is in it, or Andrew Lincoln's in it. It's got Liam Neeson's in it. It's got a lot of stars. No.
Or three because we were okay.
No. Bill Nighy's in it, who played
face on
what's that?
He played Tentacle Face in Pirates movie.
Yeah. Dave Jones. Yep.
Is this one of those ensemble ones where it's they're interconnected stories? They're not.
Yes. Alan Rickman's in it.
Yeah. I'm trying. I don't remember the name of it. I know the movie. Because there's the Valentine's Day movie. It's like that.
But it's not. This is Christmas. It's more of a British. It's a British cast.
I do remember. What's the name of it? I don't know it.
Love Actually.
Love Actually. Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's one line that always gets me. Hugh Grant as the prime minister is great, but there's one line he goes, if you don't like him, I've had the trained killers just a phone call away.
Good. That was a pretty good Hugh Grant. I mean, I guess that's fine. God, I feel like my guilty pleasures are more guilty than yours. That one's okay. That one's a little guiltier.
That one's a little guiltier.
All right, I have all right, I have one. This is my embarrassing one. And I'm gonna put it out there. Okay, here we go. A movie in the 90s capitalizing on a very popular act.
Movie in the 90s capitalizing on a very popular. Okay.
Got anything?
No.
Okay. Next clue. I will say there are 5 main characters.
5 main characters. I don't know. I'm narrowing it down, but go ahead. Give me one more.
Female. 5 main characters.
Oh. I could be wrong. Is it Charlie's Angels?
No, that's 3 main characters.
Is it 3? I don't know. Wait.
Popularizing on a pop. Remember, it's one of the things they capitalize this act that this movie's about.
Oh.
I
think I know what it is. Is it Josie and the Pussycats?
Oh, close guess. That's also 3 main characters, though.
Jesus. Okay.
I like that movie not as much. This is guiltier and
guiltier than that.
More guiltier. You're on the. I'll tell you what. This is spot on. You're right.
I'm probably. Can you give me another one?
I'll say,
without giving it away.
The characters in the movie are the real. They're characterizations of their real selves. The real names and everything are used. So, Josie and the Pussycats is obviously fictional. This is real. On the same level as Josie and the Pussycats, though. You're on the right track.
She's gonna kill me because
I could probably
If you give me one without giving it away, because I don't want you to give it away, because
oh man, I could do it in 4 words. I think you can get it if I say one thing. Let's see. I'll try to do one more non-double-decker bus.
oh my.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a good sign, people.
Is it the Spice Girls movie?
What's the name of it?
A Spice World.
Yeah. People of the World, I was going to say.
Oh my God. Just a double-decker bus. I knew what it was. Okay, thank you. Oh my God.
Alan Cummings, is that it? You
I know Alan Cummings is in it. What really? That one?
I don't know. I watched it. It was one of those things where as a kid, it would show up on HBO. I would watch it all the time. Also, I had a huge crush on Ginger Spice, so that was part of it. Yeah, no, I thought the movie was stupid, funny, but I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, that's great. I think that is a good. Wow, you get more guilty as you went on.
I know this is guilty. I'm gonna save myself with the last one. I feel like it's not as guilty.
All right,
but it's yeah. So I mean, that movie it was I mean, it obviously had its boring crap parts I just didn't like, but there was some funny parts. It was like one of like the kids in the hospital that they're visiting, and he's like unconscious in a coma, and then like Sporty goes to Ginger's like, quick, take off your top, and the boy's eyes open up. Yeah, it's like that's funny. And it's like, yeah, that's good.
And that's even best than that. Listen, boy, that was really cool.
So I will say
that's a good. All right, that was a good. Yeah, I wouldn't have got now all your clues make sense, but I don't know if I would have gotten there off of it. As soon as you said double-decker bus, anyway, you're talking about.
Or is Josie and the Pussycats? Like that was I think that was 2000, so not 90s. Maybe 2001. But yeah, that was
that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah,
and my wife loves that movie, so that's why I was.
I mean, your wife get along.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure she likes Spice World too.
I think she does.
Yeah, there we go.
That's great. That's wow.
All right, so please tell me your next one is gonna redeem me a little bit, and how?
I don't know.
All right,
because that was that was one that was pretty guilty, but that's okay. It wasn't irredeemable. There's nothing wrong with it. It's funny. I every time when I started doing video production when I went to college, I interned at Tripeg Studios in Hamden.
Oh yeah.
And the guy that I interned for actually graduated from Southern. He's now Andrew Gernhardt. He actually is. He's a producer for Synthetic Cinema, and he does some Hallmark. He's a producer for Hallmark movies and stuff like that. He was over in Iceland doing some stuff. I remember him saying to me, he's like, I don't go to movies. He's like, when I go to movies, I want to be entertained.
Yeah.
I don't go for it for like the heart wrenching, the seriousness. He's like, I want to go to be entertained, and that really kind of stuck with me. It's like, so like when you say Spice World, like people would like, I'd be like, Clutch Pearl, Spice World, but like if you get entertained, like if it's entertaining, it's entertaining. It doesn't matter how bad or good it is. So that's the cool part about movies.
It was campy. To this day, I think if it was on somewhere, I'd be like, yeah, I'll watch it. It's and it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, give me your next one. We'll do one more each.
All right. So this one, all right. I'm not going to give you the genre. I'm just going to kind of start. So, this one's kind of a period piece.
Okay.
A little bit of a period piece. It's based in reality, but once again, a lot of it's fictitious. It's a relatively newer movie. It's got, I don't want to give it away because if I tell you who the character is, it's a character that a lot of people found attractive, but he doesn't take his shirt off in the movie. And he does a lot of he does a lot of singing and dance. He's a guy known for like singing and dancing.
Okay. Les Miserables.
No, close though. It was a good guess. It is a musical, so I'll give you that. This movie.
This is a period piece.
So it's a period piece. It happens, probably around late 1800s, early 1900s.
Trying to think, especially because like the only thing I think of is a similar genre, but I don't know if we call it a period piece, is The Greatest Showman. Is that it?
Yeah,
I love that movie.
That's
your guilty pleasures are the ones I'll be like, yeah, I love. How could you not like that?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm actually a sucker for like musicals.
Right now, I put the offer out. That's the greatest song ever.
Yeah.
Oh wow, God! And from now on, Man, no, that's on my work playlist. Most of the things I'm on. Yep. I don't think you know what the word guilty means.
I think it's like one that you wouldn't expect somebody to like.
Movie.
No, it is. I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
The thing is, all of my guilty pleasures, you can say, yeah, those are bad movies.
I do have a couple more that are
All right, you're gonna have to. I think you have to do one more at the end of this. Well, you do 4. I'll do 3.
I'll do 4. That's fine.
I've done enough.
I think
that are embarrassing.
you could have done with the Spice World when you call it a day. You win.
Okay.
I bow down to you. And
I will do another guilty pleasure movie. This one, I have 2 here that I was going to do. I'll do the one that yeah, okay. This one I feel like this is redeem me a little bit. I'll just tell you what my last one was at the end, so we don't have to do things. This is believe it's early 90s movie. Trying to think of something that won't give it away. The only really real notable actor/actress in the movie I'd say is would give the whole thing away.
Okay.
Everyone else, I don't know the names. No one else is that big in the movie as far as I'm thinking back. You'll see some people that were in other stuff, but it wasn't like they were like the main character is still a household name today. All right, I'll say this: the main character's actress was in a very, very popular, I'll call it a sitcom in the 90s.
okay.
Any idea of the actress that was in the sitcom in the 90s that maybe got a movie?
Very popular actress in the 90s. A sitcom. The sitcom. This is Elizabeth Blakely.
Who?
Elizabeth Blakely, isn't that her name?
Who's her?
From Saved by the Bell.
Of Berkeley? No.
Oh, it's not
Showgirls.
It's not the movie that. That's not weird. All right, so
No, that was late 90s. This is early 90s.
early 90s. All right, give me another clue if you got one.
Okay. The main character gets a job in fashion.
Oh, okay. Is it The Devil Wears Prada?
That's way too recent. No, I said 90s.
Oh, the 90s. Oh, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter.
There it is. Ding, ding, ding. Yep.
That's a good movie.
Okay, well, this one was, I chose this one because I know it's not necessarily as embarrassing, but critically it was panned. Like it was a terrible movie.
It was critical.
So if you get pleasure, I like it. I figured I had to redeem myself for this one.
That's a good one because, even Joanna, my wife and I, Joanna, watch that all. That's a good movie.
I love that movie. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just do my other one quick. Last one of honorable mention, and I could just do it right here. The day blank came to your village was the most important day of your life.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Tuesday day.
Street Fighter.
There you go. That was my one. That was like, that's everyone's good, but that's a good movie. That's my runner-up.
That one was so bad, but at the same time, like that has a special place because that was Raul Julia's last movie. And he made that just because he did a first kiss.
Kids, and
he went battling cancer in that freaking movie. He was sick every day.
Yep. And the fact, I was watching something on recently, like the fact that he gave the performance he did, like, a lot of the other actors were starting to kind of phone it in and he was kind of garbage. He put all of himself into it and it shows his role. He was great. So that was my 4 guilty pleasure movies.
That was a good one. And ending that, like I said, truly is dying of cancer. Meanwhile, Van Damme's blowing coke and banging Kylie Minogue on the set. Like, it's just like, come on.
That guile.
Yeah.
The guile of that man. All right. So, Richard, you have to give me an honorable mention or give me your 4th because you haven't had an embarrassing one yet.
So, my 4th one is, I don't know if you're going to get this one, but it's got the dude from Twilight in it.
Pattinson there?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson, yep.
Okay.
It's also got Christoph Waltz in it, too. I wonder if you've ever seen that movie.
The only question, the only thing I can think of that would be questionably embarrassing, and I don't know, I haven't seen it, and I don't know if Christoph was in there. What's his name? Christoph Waltz is in it. But I was going to say Twilight.
No, it's not.
Okay, because I think that'd be embarrassing for you.
No, it's not Twilight.
Can you just say it is so you can have one embarrassing thing? All right. Try to think. I don't know what to make. Give me another clue.
It's another period piece.
You and your period pieces.
I love
musical or
history. No, it's not a musical.
It's not Inglourious Bastards.
No,
he's not in. Okay,
no, that's not embarrassing. That's freaking.
You're right.
That's Tarantino.
Yeah. I think of anything I can think of Christoph.
I don't know if you're gonna get this one because it was in the movie theaters and it kind of went out and it was relatively quick and a lot of people panned it, but I thought it was actually good because Christoph Waltz is
I love him.
He's great actor. And Robert Pattinson, actually, believe it or not, I feel bad for the guy, because he got but he's a good actor. Did you ever see the movie Water for Elephants?
No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I never heard of it.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
it's interesting. I don't believe it's not really a musical, but it's basically about like the circus and basically about like how it's like a sham. And Robert Pattinson plays like a kind of guy that like joins in and he takes care of the elephants. But it's good. Like some of the lines and Christoph Waltz is it's an entertaining movie.
Yeah, I just feel like in terms of good, see, you won in the guessing of this, but I think
You won with Spice.
I won by giving the Spice World, giving you the actual guilty pleasure and embarrassing. So thank you for that, and we're gonna have to do this game in the future again. We're gonna have to actually come up with something that's embarrassing because you had nothing there.
I mean, my movie catalog is so vast that like I was just
Pick something that's garbage.
I will.
I see the movies. So you, just to recap, your movies were
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. That's the A wasn't critically panned. B is barely embarrassing. It had Lindsay Lohan when and the girls look great. Like you could say, like you could say it crushes. And then your second one was where's your second movie?
The second movie?
Yeah, I'm trying to go through it. It's Greatest Showman.
No, Love Actually.
Love Actually. Okay, that one I'll give you that. Now, yeah, Greatest Showman's a great movie.
Yep.
And the Son of the Water for Elephants. I'm saying I do remember it coming out. I never saw it.
I feel like it came and went.
Yeah,
because I didn't even see it in the theaters. I was on TV.
Because this was a few years ago, right?
Yeah, this was right. Might have been 2012.
If I remember correctly, I think this is what gave Pete Barnum and Bailey that's why they ended up going out. I think it's helped, but I think this ended up hurting them in real life. It came more to light what they do to the animals. Yeah, so I do remember that movie being like eye opening of what happens to the elephants and things like that. Okay. Well, then we will wrap our first movie game section. A section, I should say, that is Guilty Pleasure Movies. Stay tuned for the next game.
Words in my mouth.
Okay, and now for our second game of the night or episode is called Words in My Mouth.
Game on.
Game on. Game on. Okay, that's a freebie because I definitely use that one a lot too. Game on. Game on. That was Wayne's fault in case anyone's wondering. Okay, and so for this, I think it's my turn. I think last you made me guess.
I started off. Yeah, you can start off this one.
I will say one of my quotes out of the gate. This one's probably an easy one. Go ahead.
So just so people understand, some of these are words, these are quotes that we use in everyday life. Some of them are changed. We pull some to fit the narrative and what we're using them in. So, but go ahead.
And to keep this a PG podcast, we will have to use some abbreviations or colorful language to fill in where there might be a swear word or something that's not appropriate. Okay, so I will probably use one of my most. This is my most used in real life all the time. I use it in work. I use it at home. I use it all the time. And it is, I feel like you're going to get this right away. But I'm right on top of that, Rose.
That's from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
I use it all the time. Yeah. The backstory of that is, of course, in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, her boss always wants her to look busy. She's like her assistant. She always wants her to look busy and doing stuff. So whenever she asks her a question, the assistant always has to say, "I'm right on top of that, Rose." So it looks like she's always doing something and getting it. So
great. It's a great
I use that a lot around the house when my wife is asking me for 60 million things or my kids are asking me. I say, "I'm right on top of that, Rose." Yeah,
that's a good line. I think
I use that a lot.
I think my wife and I think Joanna and I use that in our house too sometimes. We just say it to one another. So that's a good one.
So
right. This one you're gonna get, like, this one's more of just one word, but I use it a lot, especially at my job, because there's always usually something going on where I have to intervene. So I'll give it to you, and I'm gonna try to do it in my best impersonation.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, nice. That would be the Joker.
Yeah.
In Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's in the scene when he's meeting Harvey Dent in our job, and it's because usually I'm sitting down with someone and I'm like, "Hi."
Yeah, that's a good one. Hi. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what though? That's a good sign too that the one word I was deliberately get it. So that's a good. Yeah. You had the good. All right, here's another one. I say this a lot. I will usually have someone's name in it, so I'll just use yours for now. For people who are wondering how I would describe Matt, I would say if Matt were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and deep.
I know this one right away. This is Wayne's World. Wayne's World. I love that. Because the way Garth delivers it is great. He's like, put it down, because if Benjamin were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and deep.
So that is Benjamin is nobody's friend. If he were an, yeah. So I use it all the time. But when I go like, I'm like, if he were an ice cream flavor, he'd be. All right, I think if you get that one,
That's a good.
all
That's a
the
good
time.
one. I think you'll get this one, but I don't know. It's kind of obscure, but the actor says it is big, and he's the main character in the movie. So I use this one. I use this one at work all the time for for people, and I say it about myself, and I say like this to people, so like they don't like. I set my goals low, so this way when I don't reach them, I'm never disappointed.
Oh, I know that. I said my. Give me the actor who says it.
Vince Vaughn.
It's fun. Oh, it's not. Is it dodgeball?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he that's the scene when Christina Taylor's in, like she's trying to like go through his records.
Yeah.
And she's like, you have a like basically says something about his filing system, and he's like, I set my goals low, this way, I didn't reach them, never disappointed.
That's a good one. That's a good one for everyday life. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, this one. So you're definitely gonna get it, but I use this a lot anytime I order this kind of food, and it's just something I always say. And I always say, wise man say, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
But that's another good one. That is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep. Who says it?
The Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. Yeah.
To the pizza delivery. Come on, I couldn't find
The
it.
place. 122 and an 8?
Yeah.
What else are you standing on it, dude? Just slip
That's
it
a
down
good
here.
one.
I love that. I love the whole scene's great. Like Donatello's trying to get like real deep and talking about like, what Splinter going, if he ever dies or goes away. And he said, Michelangelo's just like not paying attention, like just counting down the time.
Pizza dude.
It's got 30 seconds. And did you ever think about what Fleur said, about him not being here and stuff? Well, time's up. $3 off. It's like, oh, okay. All right. So you got that. Give me your next one.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
You said it like Cable Guy, but I don't know that. It's not the.
It's not Cable.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that going for me, which is nice. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. Give me an actor.
Bill Murray?
Is that it's not Ghostbusters.
No.
Is it Zombieland?
Nope.
What else?
None of it is big movies.
It's probably one I haven't seen. Is it
Really?
what is
Saw this movie?
what is it?
Caddyshack?
Oh, Caddyshack. Okay. Yeah, no, I have to. I just didn't get the call from that. Wow. Yeah, I saw Caddyshack way back, like a long time ago.
Yeah, I use that sometimes. I use that. People are like, "Oh, how you doing? You look like you good." Yeah, I get that going for me, which is nice.
It says right. It's wow. Yeah, no, it's a go. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a God. Yours are definitely more hidden gems and a little more obscure. All right. I'll do this one. Is pretty. I'd say this is pretty obscure. It may be, but whenever I'm doing this task in the kitchen of washing up after dinner, I say, dishes are done, man.
Oh man, I don't know that one. Do you got anything else?
I know the movie. You definitely know the
I
movie.
do know. I know the line, but I can't picture it.
He's not washing the dishes. He's supposed to be, but he's not washing the dishes in the scene. He said, dishes are done, man.
Oh man, I don't know this one.
That is Don't Tell Mom Babysitter's Dead. The brother, he shoots he's shooting him like
Yes, Clay Pigeon. Yes, you should. Jesus, it's like didn't know that one. Yes,
done, man.
Yeah.
All right, good. I stumped it.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Cool. All right, your next.
Ready with them? I don't know, Margot.
Oh man, I don't know, Margot. I need a clue.
Why is the floor wet, Todd?
I don't know.
I don't know, Margot.
I don't know it.
Really?
Yeah.
This is like a Christmas movie, and that's not a surprise.
Like a legit Christmas movie, like actual, like.
Yes. This is not like it's not Die Hard.
Right. What? Why is? I don't know it.
It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh my God! I used to see that. I watch it every year. I don't know.
That's right when Chevy Chase almost falls off the roof. He pulls the gutter down, and the thing goes flying through. Right?
Wow, it's the neighbors
Yeah,
thing.
neighbors going. And
wow, yeah, I would.
I pulled this out the other day with Joanna. She said something, and I was like, I don't know, Margot.
Wow.
I use that all.
That was a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Yeah, that was a good obscure one because, like I said, I've seen that movie a lot.
Yeah.
I just took me a
Even like
second.
if you look online, like with all these like niche shops, like they have ugly sweaters that say "I don't know Mario."
Oh man, that's a good one. I almost don't want to say this next one because I feel like it's going to be too easy. All right, but when I get upset about something that I'm working on, like I say, you could take this job and you can shovel it.
Oh my God, that's such a good line though. There's so many good lines in that movie. That's Demolition Man.
Yeah.
And that's Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, because she says all the wrong things. Like she says 90s phrases and just doesn't say it right. That's a good movie.
That is good.
All right, we'll speed it along. What do you got? Next one.
This one is a good one. This one, I kind of say it to myself sometimes. I say it out loud. It has begun.
It has begun. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I know this though.
You're killing me, Small.
Anyway, that one. God, that should be on there. I say that all the time too. It has.
I think everyone says that.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It has begun. I knew I had it. That was a good one. And not only, I think one of the quotes I like from the movie is, "This is where you fall."
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one too. All right, my next one is I'll just have a sugar packet or two.
Oh man, I
I'm
know.
at a restaurant and I may say that.
I have a sugar packet or two. I know this one too, and I can't. And I'm drawing a blank on the movie. What movie is it?
I think if I can give it away. He says this after he finds out the kitchen's closed for his wings. Which I also use all the time. My wings really sure hit the spot right now. You sure it's closed? And the waitress says, "Let me check." Yep, it's closed.
God, you're killing me. What movie is it? I know.
Tommy boy.
Tommy Boy. Yes.
Just have a sugar packet or two. Let me tell you why I suck as a salesman. Yeah, so that's I use that a lot. There's a lot I quote from that, but it's not necessarily like can be
That's good.
applicable. But
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm at a restaurant, I was like, yeah, I'll just have a sugar packet or two.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
This one I don't know if you're gonna get. I use this a lot, especially like at work. My time is like a toddler in a tiara. Okay, precious and short.
Oh my God, I know the line. I'm like toddler and precious and short. Well, give me the actor.
Keegan Michael Key.
Oh yeah. It's Pitch Perfect. Two. Okay. I wouldn't know that. That's my second one. Yes, it's the second one. Yeah. And
So he's a record executive. Yeah.
he's great in that. I knew that guy. I watched that movie a lot. That's a good one. Okay. My next one, I use this all the time, more than I should. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Oh my God! If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. Ace Ventura.
Yep.
That's a good one. That's a good one too.
Back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. Yeah, and an honorable mention to that one, I always say it's kind of hot in these rhinos. If it's hot outside, I'll say that all the time too. So
Warm.
got hot in these rhinos. Okay, your turn.
This one you're gonna get. Do you have snacks, cakes?
Oh, that's great. That is The Rock, Sean Connery.
Yeah.
He's trying to distract those guards and trying to get out of the hotel room, right? He's trying to. Yes. Yeah, that is snacks, cake. That's a good one. Oh man, I have an honorable mention. I have to say, because you said that. Once again, I didn't make this because I can't use it. It's not applicable to a lot, though. I will say.
I know which line you're gonna use from it.
I just say I have a new puppy, and the puppy chews everything and he eats everything. So instead of telling him to stop, I'll usually yell in a very demanding way, and I'll say, "Stop eating my sesame cake," and that would be from the movie
Congo.
So I use that all the time too. That was with the state of Hungary, and he's trying. Yeah, that's a great thing. Okay, my turn, right?
Yep.
All right. I use this a lot too. I have to bleep it a little bit because it has a cuss word, but I knew it. I'm surrounded by a-holes.
Oh my God, Spaceballs. That's a good one.
I'll say that a lot. I actually didn't have to, but I do. So, yep, that was the easy one.
Oh my God.
All right, your turn.
I use a variation of this quote, but it doesn't matter who wins because they're all losers.
It doesn't matter who wins because they're all losers. That would be PCU.
Yes. I didn't know if you were gonna remember that.
Use that line all the time too. Doesn't matter who wins because they're all losers. Yep, that's a good one. All right, so where are we at now? That was 7. I have a few extras I want to make
That's
sure.
fine.
So what number did you just do?
That should be my. I think I had 10. I had 10. That was my 8th.
8th, okay. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, so 9. Okay. I'll say this if someone's like eating really fast or doing something, but I'll say, my mom's the only other woman I know who could take a sandwich like that.
Is that a Chris Farley Is that a Chris Farley line?
Chris Farley says it, yeah.
Oh, is that that's not Black Sheep, is it?
No.
I don't know what movie is that one.
Coneheads.
Coneheads.
Yes, yes. My mom's another woman I know who could take a sandwich like that.
Yes. All right. I mean,
She, for those who don't know the movie, she basically shoves a Subway foot long like in her mouth. She's an alien that can eat really fast, and she shoves like the whole thing down her throat in 5 seconds. So yeah, I say that a lot. All right, that was number 9 for me, right? So you have number 9 for you. Go ahead.
yeah. This one I use a lot. Like I kind of just say it to myself, but I also do say it like out loud sometimes. Oh me.
Oh me, that is Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Waiting.
Yeah. Wow. That was impressive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh me, yeah. Well, I could picture him saying that. So yeah, that's a good one. My last one, I will say, I had a runners up, but I think I'll go with. I'll say this a lot just to be very, 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 demeaning. I could just if someone's just not working what you said. If I see them trying to concentrate and they're not, and it's childish and foolish, but then so it's high school. That was a bonus one. That was Ferris Bueller, but it's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. A group of words together form a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Might offer any cramps.
Oh my God. I know this one too. Where's that? Ooh, what is that? That's a good word. What is that one?
So I'll give you a hint. It's being said to Chris Farley.
It's being said to Chris Farley. Is it David Spade?
Yeah.
Is it from? That's from. No, that's from. No, it's not PCU. No.
It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right.
That's good words to give me.
Makes sense. Yep. Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy. Yeah.
Chris Chad.
Yeah.
Take Tylenol for a headache. Might offer any cramps. Yes, that's. I'll say that a lot. So there you go. One of the runner-ups up ahead, I'd say, is it's from another movie we said already too, but he really matched his meat. He really licked his ass.
Met his match and kicked his.
Met his match, kicked his ass. That was man. That's another Sandra Bullock. She says the wrong thing and he has to correct her. Yeah, that was
The other one I use. Oh, I that's an honorable mention. I used the Wesley Snipes line. I can't say it, but I say it all the time.
from.
Efforts are fast.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep. There's a lot of quotable in that one. I actually said, "Be well, be," and
Yeah.
not too bad. So I think we did pretty good on that.
Yeah.
This is like we're scoring this like whose line is it anyway?
Yeah. It's all made up, man. Everyone's so mad.
But I think those are pretty good. I think hopefully the audience here learned a few things they could say in the everyday vernacular. That'll have some more color to their.
That one's fun. I think when we do future ones, we should add some more in there because there's a lot of good quotes. Even if we just do fun movie quotes, that you can use in your everyday life.
It's nothing worse. A lot of these I'll say, and it's like it'll. I'm sure anyone in the audience it's as long as one person in the group gets it, I feel better.
But that's the funny part. And this is I remember saying before we started the podcast, there was a story I wanted to tell you. So is that I was doing karate. And like I do with like an adults class, so there's people, there's people my age, but then like adults is like anyone like that's in basically anyone that's like in high school up. So the instructor was.
So you get to kick the crap out of 16-year-olds.
I don't usually. I usually work with there's a bunch of us and we call it like the geriatric crew. So like I'm usually working with them. Most of them are like 40, like 30 and 40. So
fair.
I usually am the one getting my butt kicked, not the other way around. But we were sitting down and like at the end we always like wrap it up and like the instructor was like bringing up like Austin Powers.
Oh,
and like I said, I have some younger people in the class and somebody literally raised their hand like, "What's Austin Powers?" And I just went, I feel old and I feel bad for this generation that didn't see some like Austin Powers is not like the greatest movie ever, but like when we're talking about movie quotes and some of these are so far obscure for like younger listeners because they haven't seen these movies and don't even know about like Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead Well was popular and like I don't know if anyone would really know that unless
nobody knows I'm right.
But it just made me realize like, wow, I'm getting old.
Yeah. It's funny too, especially Austin Powers. You know what? I guarantee you that the kid that said that has heard lines from it because that's one of those movies that like people still says, "Oh, the Shag," and things like that, and it's like there's enough in there that people still use in that series. So, wow, that's everything.
It just made me feel sad and old when they said like, "What's Austin Powers?" The kid's not that young. He's like 17. So
That's brutal. I mean, I guess I can tell you this.
yeah,
You are sad and old.
I know, but
Well, at least old. I can't say sad, but yeah, no.
I mean,
yeah, we're old.
I know, but also I know people aren't as into movies as we are. So I guess that's I don't know if the kids. I think the kid's more of an anime fan, to be honest with you, than a movie fan.
One of those. Okay. Yeah, it was funny, but my son just asked before we were recording. It's like, you should do one on anime, and I'm like, that's not our thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, we can't think of a fancy fun name for the real bromance. Makes sense. I can't think of one for anime.
Yeah, anime.
So, we grew up with our anime. When we were growing up, we didn't have much to choose from. Like that was like easy to but yeah, it wasn't as popular. We watched Dragon Ball Z, Gundam stuff.
Yeah.
I would, I still watch the new series for that. But yeah, no, I do feel like kids these days, like, I don't know how into like older movies they are. I try to get my kids to watch older movies, and everything's boring. So if it's not super flashy and an action packed and more than 15 seconds,
look at kids movies. Remember, like what was the last like drawn movie that there was? Everything else is 3D or computer animated right now.
I don't know.
Although I heard Disney was going to go back to doing like a hand drawn movie.
I think they need to because they need to reset.
Well, I say hand drawn, but like more like
the
1D, not like just like 2D, not the whole.
I'm perfectly okay with using like the like a 3D polish if it needed to, just a little bit. But yeah, but not everything is just completely 3D generated, or they're making crappy 3D generated graphics on live action stuff, and all the live action stuff is just like failing. Nobody wants to see them, and they should go back to I agree. The last thing I remember being animated was The Princess and the Frog. I think that was post 2000s, like 2008, 2009. That's the last time I remember actually being animated in that style. Mm-hmm. Wish, it came out a couple years ago. I remember seeing they were an interesting concept because what it looked like they were going for, it was almost like animatronic looking. It was like 3D models, but the faces were like 2D animated. So it looked cool. It almost looked like a lot of the rides where they have like these 3D models moving and they had like a projection-y face. Yes. So, but it looked kind of cool. It was like a mix of the two. And we were getting very off topic. Yeah. So let's go to our third and final game. Stay tuned.
Haters gonna hate.
All right, and we're going on to our final game. This one should be relatively fun. This one's called Haters Gonna Hate. So
what does that even mean?
So basically what we're doing is we took 1-star reviews from movies. And we're going to give you
pretty good.
Good, bad, indifferent, depending on, your level of guilty pleasure is different than my level of guilty pleasures we saw. But basically, I'm going to give you the review, and you're going to have to guess the movie, and we're going to go back and forth. All right.
Yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start. So this is actually kind of funny. This movie is just two dudes walking and occasionally whispering about jewelry.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the Fellowship of the Rings.
That's a good. That's funny. One of my quotes was Lord of the Rings based too, but I don't know if that's changed.
One of the clues was, if you didn't get it, was epic fantasy or just a very long hike.
Yes. I'd say the one I had in my list that I won't use now, but it was this movie is just a bunch of guys walking for 3 hours. I could have done that for free. I was like, and I'm almost positive that was probably my review of that movie. I'm not the Lord of the Rings guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everyone. All right. I'll do, how's it going? My first one. Great. Now my kid won't stop trying to move things with his mind. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's a good. Is that Star Wars?
Yep. New Hope. Star Wars New Hope. That was a good one. Okay. What else you got?
All right. This one's good. The main guy dances in a cave and punches a clown. This one, Best Picture.
Say it again.
The main guy dances in a cave and punches a clown. This one, Best Picture.
Dances in a cave and punches a clown.
I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
Have a happy face, Andy.
It's not Joker.
Yeah.
Is it really? Oh, it is. Okay. I was like, I was dancing in a cave. I don't remember dancing in a cave.
I think it's more stairs.
Upstairs. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
It's 1-star reviews.
That's fair. That's fine. Yeah, I can see that. All right.
You gotta know.
Yeah, well, yeah, the punch a clown is he just punches the clown. That sounds like a euphemism. Sorry about that.
That's true, it does.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. If I wanted to see people argue about dreams for 2 hours, I'd go to therapy.
Is that Inception?
Yeah. I thought that was good. I was like, I can see where he's going with that.
That's a good one.
All right, you got, so you're on number 3.
All right. So, So we're supposed to root for a guy who kidnaps a child and forces it to collect bugs.
Does a root for a guy who kidnaps a child and forces it to collect bugs.
I'll give you a clue. It's a movie that will lift your spirits unless you're the reviewer.
Is that what it is? That is it. Lift your spirits. I'm trying to think of a movie. Is it literal? Is a kid collect bugs in it?
Yeah. It's kind of it's so I'll give you another hint. It's an animated movie.
Okay.
This movie is like I don't understand why everyone loves this movie.
Okay. So you don't personally like it?
I this is like one of the most, somebody tried to show this one time in my school for like social skills. I was like, it's one of the most depressing movies ever.
Is it a big movie?
Yeah, it's popular.
This would have came out what, like 20 years ago?
2009.
2009. Okay. Why am I drawing a blank?
It's an uplifting movie.
Oh God, I never saw this movie. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh yeah. Cool. Don't worry. Once again, I'm sorry for people who love the movie. It starts off on a like supposed to be a happy note, and ended up the guy's wife ends up dying, and then like he's alone, and then he tries to. It's just I don't know. The movie to me, I didn't get it.
Boy, that sounds like a kid's movie. If you had to
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good 1-star review. I'll take that. That's a good one. Okay. How about I have to find another one of mine because you stole my.
Sorry.
Movie. It's okay. It's okay. This is kind of easy, I guess, but it's just a guy yelling Wilson for 2 hours.
Castaway. That's a good one.
The actual, I had to cut it a little bit. It was too obvious. This is a guy yelling Wilson at a volleyball for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That was a little too much, but yeah, that's it. I like that movie. I would say that's another one of the movies I would definitely watch when it comes on. Watch it. It's depressing, but the ending just kills me. But it's just sad. But I do feel it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's the only movie that ever made me feel for a volleyball.
Yeah.
I actually, that scene was like, oh my God.
Wilson,
Get your bike down there and you get that ball. You had another quote. All right. So I think your last one now. You have one more? I think.
I got one more. I mean, I have a few other ones, but this will be one last. Let's see if you get this one. I don't know if you ever saw this movie, but the whole movie is just a guy growing potatoes in space. Riveting.
That's good. That's The Martian.
Yeah.
She said poop potatoes. It comes from poop. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's see. I never saw this movie, so I can't say it, but I like this review. This movie made me hate jazz, and I didn't think that was possible.
This movie made you hate jazz?
Made me hate jazz, and I didn't think that was possible. So definitely, I believe it's the Best Picture winner for Oscars in the last 10 years.
So made me hate jazz. That one I'm not sure about. What movie is that one?
La La Land.
Oh, Jesus. All right, yeah.
I never saw it.
I never saw that movie either.
So, yeah, I'll give you one. Was it up? This is for more of the folks, because you already heard this one. We talked about it pre-show, but it was wow, so inspiring. A guy cheats death and becomes a shrimp mogul. Cool story.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that was Forrest Gump.
All right, I got one more, and then we'll call it. There's a talking lion, a war, and no one even questions how animals have British accents.
Wait, what was the first part?
There's a talking lion, a war, and no one ever questions how animals have British accents.
That'd have to be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, right?
That's what I thought too, but it's not.
Really? Okay, let me have another guess then. Okay. So there's a talking lion, is
Yeah. There's talking lions, a war, and no one ever questions how the animals have British accents.
a war?
It's kind of a weird review. Once again, the 1-star review.
King, is it?
It is Lion King.
Yeah, so it would be the I'm trying to think, is that the live action they're talking about thing? I think it's a live action they must be talking about.
It says 94. So
Oh, that was original. Okay.
well, it's true because like some of the hours that star as well as Jeremy Irons, he made the movie.
He made the movie, yeah. That was good. Okay, not too bad for.
Yeah.
I mean, I think those poor suckers should give maybe an honest chance to these movies again. Yeah, except for Lord of the Rings.
Some of them are, some of them were true. Like, I mean, the Lion King's a classic. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't like that one. I agree with Up.
Yeah.
Star Wars,
No, yeah. I mean, I definitely. Oh, this is another one I had. I forgot this was. This is my. Okay, how about this one? Last one. Literally the dumbest plot ever. Guy paints himself blue and joins Smurf Pocahontas in the jungle.
Oh, Jesus. Is that Avatar?
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good. I was like, I could see it. It's not very smart.
Pocahontas in the jungle. That guy can go Smurf himself.
Yeah. That could be our new word for the show. We'll use that for everything. If you were an ice cream flavor, he'd be Praline and Smurf. I think I gotta say, of all the ones I read, Lord of the Rings, I said that was almost my review for it, word for word. It's just guys walking. Like, I don't know. I know there's such a love for these movies, and I have like a lot of people I talk to that are like, I can't stand Star Wars, and it's like, but I love Lord of the Rings. It's like, how can you say Star Wars is boring? And I will admit one thing. I'll admit A New Hope is boring. All the Star Wars movies, it's a cool movie. It's worth seeing, but it is the most boring of them all. But then you get into Empire, Return of the Jedi. Like, how can you even hold a candle? Like, Lord of the Rings just can't do it. Like, I could appreciate the epicness of it, but it was too slow. I thought it was just so boring. And it was just like every movie had a big battle that didn't seem to make a difference, and they're still battling in the next movie. And what I will say is it redeemed itself on like The Hobbit.
The Hobbit
that was better. They were more concise. They had like a clear plot point. They had each movie felt like its own like complete story in a lot of ways. Whereas The Lord of the Rings was just I had a friend who like prided himself on the fact that he watched like the long cut of like all three Lord of the Rings, like 14 straight hours of
still watching them.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I don't know. I like those period pieces. I like the like the knights, like that kind of stuff. I think it's cool. I agree with you. The Hobbit I can get into. The Lord of the Rings I never really.
Yeah.
The only thing I like from that, you shall not pass.
Yeah, actually, that's a fun. That's definitely a line I use a lot too. So it's good for that, and maybe once in a while you could do a fly you fools, and but yeah. So, all right. Well, I think that is end of our episode. Hopefully, the viewers like a little change of pace. We're gonna get into some movies again coming up soon.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of different format changes too, like how we're gonna do movies. I think the next one we might do a original versus a remake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That's gonna be cool. So
yeah, and if that goes good, we can even make future episodes where we do a few, fews. So, so stay tuned. I hope you all had a good show. And do you remember our new catchphrase? It's been a little bit.
I do, and I also have another one, but let's go with our other ones. So, guys, as we sign off, watch the movies that you love and love the movies that you watch.
Nice. What was the other one? That's a curiosity.
So the other one that I might throw out there every once in a while is remember life's too short for bad movies, but we'll probably still watch them anyways.
Oh man, that's a good one. Especially in this episode because of guilty pleasures. Yeah. And I got one more. People of the world, spice up your life. And good night, everyone.